teach first grade at Mirror Lake Elementary in Federal Way. For the next few weeks, we'll work together to learn and practice phonics and reading skills. I'm so excited to learn with you. The materials I made for this video are some sound cards, a Foundations journal, a writing utensil. I like to use a pencil in case I make any mistakes, or a regular notebook. Now it's time for our warm-up. And for our warm-up, we're going to review our R-controlled vowels. That's when R gets really bossy and tells the vowel what sound to make. Baby Echo is going to help us, and we're going to point to the letter, keyword, and sound first, and then you'll echo us. So it'll go something like this. A, R, car, R. Your turn. Great job. O, R, horn, or. E, R, her, I, R, bird, U, R, burn, Great work, first graders. You are amazing. Now it's time for our learning target and success criteria. This is how we'll know that we've done our job at the end of the lesson. So in my class, I always have my first graders mirror me. That means they're going to mirror the motions that I do and echo the words that I say. So when I put my hands up like this and say mirror, then you'll stand up on your feet, say mirror, and then echo whatever words I say for our learning target and success criteria. All right, we're going to start with our learning target. Mirror. I will read words with a sneaky E. And now our success criteria. I can find the sneaky E at the end of a word. I can read the sneaky E word with its long vowel sound. Great work! You are so ready to do your job today. Good evening. My name is Mrs. Peak, and I am reporting live from Phonics News Central. There is breaking news. The letter E has been sneaking all over Federal Way, making vowels say their long sound. According to eyewitness reports, sneaky E changed words like cut to cute and bit to bite without making a sound. We have learned that whenever sneaky E appears, vowels suddenly begin to say their name, but sneaky E stays silent. Back to you, Mrs. Peak. Thank you, Mrs. Peak. Wow, first graders, it sounds like whenever we add sneaky E to the end of a word, the vowels start saying their names. Let's test it out. We're going to start with this letter. What sound does the letter on the screen make? I'll give you a second to figure it out. P. That's right. P. P. Great work. Now our next letter. What sound does this letter make? I. And finally, our last letter. Good work. Now we're going to take out our hand and we're going to tap the word out. Ready? P, pin. Good work. Uh-oh, I think I see a sneaky E coming. Remember, what happens when we add sneaky E to the end of a word? What does the vowel do? Yes, the vowel says its name. Can you identify the vowel in this word? That's right, the vowel is I. So if the vowel is I, what's its name? It's I. Great job, first graders. Now let's tap it out with our long vowel sound and sneaky silent E. Ready? P, I, pine. Amazing work. Did you notice how there were just 3 sounds? P, I, The E didn't say anything. And if we blend it all together, P, I, pine. Great work, first graders. All right, first graders, it's time for you to get your drill, your hammer, your safety goggles, and hard hats because we're about to build some words. I'm just kidding. Don't really get those things. But we are going to build some words, and I'm so excited to do this with you. So on the screen, you're going to see some words appear. And when these words pop up, we're going to follow a series of steps for each word where we're going to tap it out with our fingers. We're going to blend the word and read the word. Then we're going to build the word with our body, skywrite it, and then write it out on a piece of paper or in your Foundations journal. I can't wait to do this. Okay, so our first word is going to pop up on the screen, and we're going to have to take out our magnifying glass and look really closely to identify the vowel in that word. And remember, there are 5 vowels in the alphabet, A, E, I, O, U. So I need you to look really closely at this word. Do you see a vowel? Yes! And what is that vowel? U. Great work. So the next part we need to look for is if there's a sneaky E at the end. Do you see a sneaky E at the end? Yes! Oh my gosh, you are on it. You are on fire. So now we're going to take out our hand and we're going to tap the word. And we know the vowel U is going to say its name, and the sneaky E at the end is silent. So go ahead and tap it out with me. Ready? K, U, T. Cute. Awesome job. Okay, now that we've tapped it out, we're going to build the word with our body. So if the word is a plain line letter, that means we're going to squat down low. And if it's in the sky, like a skyline letter, like a T, we're going to stretch out our body really tall, try and touch your ceiling, or try and touch the sky if you're outside. And if it's a word line letter, we'll squat really low and put our hands down toward the ground. And when our body moves, we're going to say the letter sounds. So with the word cute, it's going to look like this. Ready? K, U, T. And remember, we still did that last letter, E, but we were silent. So let's do it one more time and watch really, really carefully. Ready? K, U, T. Oh my gosh, you are on fire. Okay, so now that we've done that, we're going to take our 2 fingers and we're going to point toward the screen, straight out like a pencil, and we're going to skywrite the word cute. Are you ready? Awesome. K, U, T. And do you notice how I still wrote that E? Because if the E wasn't there, the U would say So it's really important that that E is still there, even though it doesn't make a sound. Now, you're going to write out the word. I have my whiteboard that I'm going to use to write out the word, and you can take out a Foundations journal or a notebook, and I want you to write it out. So I'm going to grab my marker, and while I'm writing it, you go ahead and write too. Okay, I'm going to show you, and I want you to check yours, do a quick assessment, and see if ours match. Ready? Okay, are they the same? Oh my goodness, of course they are, because you are amazing. And if they're not, that's okay. We're still learning, we're still growing, and the important thing is that you're trying and you're practicing. And you can go back and watch this again and again and keep practicing these skills. So here's our word, cute. C-U-T-E. And what I like to do when I have a silent E word or a sneaky E word is put a line through the sneaky E so I remember the E stays silent. And the U says it's long sound. And if you're writing out words or reading words like sight words or words that you're working on in IRLA, you can put a star underneath the vowel to help you identify it. And when you're practicing that word, that's really awesome because you can make flashcards and do different things that'll help you remember that the vowel is going to say its long sound when there's a sneaky E. Are you ready for our next word? Oh, great. I'm so excited. Okay. For our next word, we are going to do fate. Okay. So it should be popping up on the screen. And when it pops up, we're going to go through the same routine. So first, we're going to tap out the word. And in order to tap it out, we have to figure out, does it have a long vowel sound or a short vowel sound? Do you see a sneaky E at the end? Yeah, so there's that sneaky E. So what is it going to do to the vowel? Yes, it's going to make the vowel say its name. Okay, are you ready to tap it out with me? Let's do it. A, t, a, t. Right. There's 5 letters, F-A-T, 4 letters, but F-A-T. We only have 3 sounds. Mrs. Peak miscounted. That's why it's important to check your thinking. All right, so ready? F-A-T. Good work. Now we get to build it with our bodies. Okay, so I want you to take your body, and if you have your sound cards, you can use your sound cards too if you're not really feeling like getting up. But I like to get up and stretch out my body because it helps my brain remember. Okay, so we're going to start. A, t. And do you notice, again, I still built that E with my body, even though it doesn't make a sound, because it's still there and it's important. So let's build it one more time. Ready? A, t. Fate. Good job. Okay, now we're going to skywrite. So take out your fingers, 2 fingers straight as a pencil, and we're going to write. A, t. Oh my gosh, amazing. Okay, now you got to write it. See if you can write it just as fast as me. And remember what I did to the vowel and to the sneaky E to help me read it. Okay, let me see. Wow! Oh my goodness. Amazing work again. And I can see that we're taking our feedback and we're learning and we're practicing these skills. You are rock stars. All right, are you ready for a couple more words? Okay, wiggle your body out. All right, our next word. Okay, you should see it on the screen. We're going to tap it out. A, p, k, a, p. Awesome! Oh my gosh, do you see how quickly you identified that vowel? And you know that because the E is at the end, it has a long vowel sound? So let's tap it out one more time. K, a, p, cape. Oh my goodness, you are such amazing readers. Okay, now we're going to build it with our body. Are you ready? Okay. K, a, p. Good work. Cape. Okay, now we're going to skywrite. K, a, p. Oh my gosh, you are on fire, friends. And now we're going to write it. And remember to mark up your words so you know where your vowel is and your sneaky E is. Okay, you ready to show me? Oh my gosh! Amazing! We are just continuing to show how much awesome learning we're doing. I am super proud of you. Okay, now for our last word. Okay, ready? Oh, my marker fell, but that's okay. We're going to take out our fingers and we're going to tap. I-P. Ripe. Yes. Good job. And I noticed again, we identified that vowel sound, the I, because the E is at the end. The I is going to say its name. I-P. Ripe. Great job. Okay, now let's build it with our bodies. I-P. Oh my gosh, amazing again. Okay, now let's skywrite it. I. Great work. Okay, now I need to retrieve my marker. And then we can write it all together. Some of you might be ahead of me already. Awesome. Okay. Does it look the same? Yes! You did it! Your brain must be on fire. Oh! I'm so sorry I didn't see you there. I was just looking over all of my fan mail. You know, it's my first video and I've already gotten so many letters. It's just lovely. So I thought we could play a fun game where we might go over some of the letters that I've received, just maybe 4 this evening. And I'll give you some clues and then you can go ahead and do some detective work and identify what letter is in the envelope. All right, this letter, the sound is V. V. It is the letter V. Congratulations. All right, let's see what's in our next envelope. Oh, this is a digraph, and if you recall, that's when 2 letters come together to make one sound. All right, the digraph is ch, ch. CH, you are correct. All right, let's see our third letter. The letter is Yes, it is the letter M. And for our final piece of fan mail or fan letter, it is the letter L. Yes, correct, the letter L. A wonderful work, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. I'll see you again next time. I am so proud of all your hard work today, first graders. We learned that if a word has a vowel and ends with an E, the sneaky E stays silent and makes the vowel say its name. I want you to do a quick self-assessment. Did you identify the sneaky E in each word? Did you read the sneaky E words with their long vowel sound? Count on your fingers how many of those things you did today. Then touch your brain and see if it's on fire because you have been working so hard. Practice building words like lit, scrap, or not, and adding a sneaky E to the end to see how it changes the vowel. I'll see you tomorrow.
This is Mrs. Pernia. I'm from Valhalla, and I'm here for your summer learning. I'm going to be teaching you, and we're going to be having some fun with some first grade math. So together, we're going to be going over some calendar, and then we'll do some number sense together. So for calendar today, we're first going to talk about the months in a year. There are 12 months in a year. That's 2 more then 10. We're going to go ahead and sing our months of the year song. If you know how to sing it, go ahead and sing along with me. Here we go. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, and December. These are the months of the year. All right, we're going to do it again one more time. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, and December. These are the months of the year. Great job. Do you know what month we're in? Yeah, we're in the month of July. Let me go ahead and point it out for you. It's right here, July. So in each month, there are weeks. And there are 7 days in a week. And what's really special about these names of the week is that each one of them has the word day in it. And we're going to go ahead and sing our Days of the Week song. Here we go. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. There's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. We're going to do it again one more time. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. There's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. Great job, friends. Did you notice that in every day of the week, it has the word day in it? What color is it highlighted in? Yeah, I totally see it. It's highlighted in the word. It's highlighted in red all throughout there. Nice job. Now we're going to do days of summer number fun. Usually in school we would talk about the days of school, but we're in summertime, so it's going to be days of summer. So you've been in summer for 22 days. If we were to write that word as a number word here, it would look like this, 22. If we were to show what it looks like with a 10 frame, what do you think we would need? Yeah, definitely we would need one group of 10, but that's not 22 yet. What do you think we could do next? Yeah, we could add another 10, so 10 and 10 would make 20, but then we have to get all the way to 22. Do you know how many more we could add? I'm hearing one more to get to 21. Do you know what number would come next? Yeah, 22. So it looks like with the 10 frame, we would need one group of 10, another group of 10, and 2 ones right there. Now looking at our 10 frame, do you see that this number is even or is it odd? When it's even, all of the little parts there match up with somebody. They all have a buddy. But when it's odd, it's the complete opposite. One person is left out and doesn't have a buddy. What do you think? Is this number even or odd? Yeah, definitely. It's even. Each of these hearts has a buddy. In 10, everybody has a buddy. It's all lined up. And this group of 10, same thing, all lined up. And in this part here, even though they're next to each other, they're still lined up and they're a group of 2. They're all paired up right there. So this number is what? Yeah, it's even. All right, there's one more thing we're going to do with our Days of Summer number fun. We are going to show what the number 22 looks like using some 10s and 1s. What do you think we should do first? Yeah, we should add one group of 10. But is that 22 yet? Nope, not yet. So what do you think we should add what next? Yeah, another 10. And then, oops, that actually just flew over, but do you think that's 22 yet? No, that's 21. How many more do we think we need? Yep, just one more to get to 22. Nice job, friends. So it looks like this 2 here, this 20, is matching up with this number here. The 2 there means 2 10s. This group of 2 here, 2 1s, matches up with this part here, which means 2 1s. Now we're going to look at that number again, 22, and we're going to talk about what one more is. Do you know what one more than 22 is? If we were to add one more ones block right there, what number would come next? Yeah, 23. Now, if we were to do the backwards part, if we were to take away 1 and do 1 less, what number would it be now? Yeah, definitely. We would take away 1, and that number, this little block would go away and be 2 10s, 10, 20. One more than that is 21. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to show what 22 looks like with a number bond. So with our number bond, 22 is our whole, our total. Do you know what two numbers go together to make 22? I see that you're looking at the tens and the ones picture right here. Yeah, one part would be 20 because that's our 2 tens there. Do you know what the other part would be? Yeah, definitely 2 more. And then 20 and 2 would go together to make 22. Nice job, friends. Now we're going to move on to our different part of our lesson today. We're going to move into our number sense. And so we have a little learning target for this part. It says, I will use a number bond. That's kind of like what we were just using to determine my addition and subtraction equations. Let's go ahead and read it one more time. I will use a number bond to determine my addition and subtraction equations. Now in our next part here, we're actually going to go over each part of that learning target so you definitely understand everything that you're going to do today. It says, I will use a number bond. And this is the number bond we just had for our days of summer. We had 22, and one of our parts was 20, and the other part was 2. 22 was our total or our whole, and 20 and 2, those were just our parts. And so we're going to use that number bond to determine or think about your addition and subtraction equations. Do you remember what an addition equation looks like? Yeah, I'm hearing that you're thinking about adding and putting things together. That's totally it. So when we have an addition equation, we're taking two parts, we're putting them together to make our total or a whole. Now, what about a subtraction equation? Yeah, in a subtraction equation, we're taking our total or a whole, and we're taking away one part, and then we're being left with the other part. Great job. And I'm also, one more thing you just reminded me to point this out, that when we have an addition equation, we have our plus sign. And when we have a subtraction equation, we have our minus sign. Those are two things really important to note. So now we're going to go ahead and practice this. There's our number bond. And we're going to determine and figure out our addition and subtraction equations. First, we'll start off with our addition equations. Do you know what the first one would be? What two numbers, when you're looking at our number bond, can we put together to figure out your whole? Yeah, you've got it. 20 and 2 would make 22 together. Do you know the other way you could add there? Yeah, definitely. We're just going to switch those numbers around. So it'd be 2 and 20 to make 22. Nice job, friend. Now let's talk about our subtraction equations. Do you know what our subtraction equations could look like? Oh yeah, don't forget that you need to start with your total or your whole. Yeah, so for subtraction, we're going to start with 22. And we're going to take away one part. If we cross out that part and take away 2, then we would be left with 20. And now, what would be the other way to subtract? Yeah, you would just switch those two different parts. Great job. We would start with 22, take away one part of 20, and then you'd be left with 2. Great job. Let's go ahead and practice this again. But now this time, we're going to have to figure out our two parts. Do you know what parts we could use for this part here? If you look at that domino, do you see two numbers we could use? Ooh, yeah, I'm hearing that one part could be 8. That's this part right here. Do you know what the other part could be? Yeah, 7. And now, do you know what these numbers could be when you put them together? Do you know what our total could be? You guys are so amazing. I'm hearing that you could take 8 and you could take 2 parts right here, 2 little ones here, and put them together to make your 10. And then you could count on 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15 is our whole. And so now we're going to use our number bond and we're going to determine our, you've got it, addition and subtraction equations. So first part is our addition equation. Do you know what 2 parts would go together to make 15? You've got it. 8 and 7 go together to make 15. Do you know the other way to make 15? Yeah, you just flip around those numbers. 7 and 8 makes 15. Now, how about our subtraction equations? And don't forget, you got to start with the total. Yep, that's it. Yep, so we start with 15 and we take away 1 part of 8 and we get 7. Now, do you know the other way to subtract? That's it. We have 15 and we take away 7 and then we would get 8. Great job. We're going to try it again one more time. Again, we're going to try to figure out our parts from this domino here. Do you see what 2 numbers we could use? Yeah, you totally got it. We got 1 part of 10. That's this part of the domino. Now, what could be the other number? Oh, whoa, that's it. Yeah, 7. And then do you know what 10 and 7 go together to make? I love that you know that it's 17, and that's a teen number. 17 is 1 10 and 7 ones, and that is definitely a teen number. Thank you for pointing that out. Okay, so now we're going to look at our number bond, and we're going to determine our addition and our subtraction equations. First part is our addition equations. Do you know what 2 numbers go together to make it? That's it. We would have a 10 and a 7 to make 17. But now what's the other way to add? Yep, we'd have 7 and 10 more to make 17. Now we're going to do our subtraction equations. Do you know what number we should start with? Wow, yes, our total. Okay, so what should it look like? Yep, 17 take away 10 is 7. Great job. And then do you know the other way to subtract? That's it. 17 take away 7 equals 10. Great job, friends. This one is a little bit different because now there are 4 different parts to your 2 dominoes. But in our number bond, remember, we have still 2 different parts that make our whole. Do you know how we could split this up so that there are just 2 parts? Wow, I totally tried to trick you, but you already know. 1 part could be 9 because that's this part here. These 2 numbers, 5 and 4, add together to make 9. Do you know what the other part could be? Yeah, that's it. 7. 4 and 3 go together to make 7. Now, do you know what 9 and 7 go together to make? Yeah, that's it. They do. They do. So you could take your 9 and take 1 more from the 7, and 9 and 1 can make it 10. And then you would have 6 left over, and 10 and 6 together make a teen number, 16. Nice job. And so remember, we're going to take this number bond, and we're going to determine or figure out our addition and our subtraction equations. So for this part here, actually, we need to figure out our missing number because I've already done some of the work for you. Do you see what number is missing? It looks like it's 9 plus something equals 16. Looking at that number bond, do you know what the number could be? That's it. It's 7, right? We already have our 9 here. So 7 is that missing number. Now let's look at our subtraction equations. It's the same thing again. You got to help me out because I'm missing some parts. For this first part here goes 16 equals 7. Do you see something that's missing? Yep, you're definitely missing 1 part of 9. But is that it? How do you know it's subtraction? That's right, you have to take away there. You have to put that subtraction sign. Nice job, friends. All right, this is the end of our time together, but we have done so much. Today we used a number bond to determine our addition and subtraction equations. Our number bonds look like this. We had 2 parts together to make a whole. And so when you're trying this out at home, you could use stuff in your house to figure out your two parts. You could use dominoes like we did, you could use dice, or you could even use some playing cards to figure out some numbers. These are all different tools that you could use at home to practice adding and subtracting and practice writing those equations. Remember, an addition equation looks like this, where you have two parts and you're putting them together to make a total or a whole. Subtraction is kind of like the opposite. It's when you start with the total and you take away one part and then you're left with the other part. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.
Hoy tenemos dos ayudantes, Oso, el perito. Hola chicos. Y Rosa, la gatita. Hola chicos, bienvenidos a la clase. Porque es 6 de julio, vamos a trabajar con el número 6. ¿El número 6 es par o impar? Par significa que si ponemos el número en dos grupos, tenemos el mismo número en los dos grupos. Y impar significa que tenemos dos grupos. Un grupo va a tener uno más o uno menos. Sí, el número 6 es par, porque tenemos dos grupos, uno de 3 y otro de 3. Otra forma de representar el número 6 es con fichas en una tabla de 10. ¿Cuántas fichas hay aquí? ¿Qué ves? 6, muy bien. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Otra manera para mostrar el número 6 es con un enlace numérico, con un número grande arriba y dos partes para poner juntos y hacer el número entero arriba. Aquí tenemos una parte con 4 y otra parte de 2, porque 4 más 2 es igual a 6. Muy bien. ¿Qué es otra manera para hacer 6? Pensamos. ¿Qué podemos hacer? ¿Oso? ¿Quiere compartir? Sí. Creo que podemos poner una parte con 3 y otra parte con 3 también. 3 más 3. 3 más 3 es igual a 6. Muy bien, gracias, Oso. ¿Y qué es uno más que 6? ¿Qué es uno menos que 6? Usamos la línea numérica para ver. 1 más que 6 es 7, brincamos 1, y 1 menos que 6 es 5. Brincamos atrás 1 y tenemos 5. Ok, chicos, ahora vamos a continuar con charlas de números. ¿Quién puede recordar cómo hacer charlas de números? Voy a mostrarles una pantalla con un número, con una imagen, y van a decirme qué número ves. ¿Dijiste 6? Muy bien, excelente, porque tenemos 4 arriba y 2 abajo, y 4 más 2 es igual a 6. Vamos a hacer otro. ¿Dijiste 5? Muy bien, chicos, porque con una tabla de 10 tenemos la mitad de fichas para llenarlo y significa que tenemos la mitad de 10 sería 5. ¿Dijiste 7? Muy bien, chicos. 5 arriba y 2 abajo sería 7. ¿Dijiste 8? Muy bien. Otra manera para ver cuántos tenemos es decir, ahora tenemos 10 menos 2, porque 2 son vacíos. 10 menos 2 es igual a 8. ¿Dijiste 9? Muy bien, es 9, porque tenemos 10 en total, menos 1 sería 9. O también pueden decir 5 arriba más 4 abajo es igual a 9. Ok, chicos, ahora nuestra meta es resolver ecuaciones usando sumas y restas. Repítalo conmigo. Mi meta. Mi meta. Puedo resolver ecuaciones usando sumas y restas. Hoy solo vamos a sumar, pero mañana vamos a restar también. Los pasos para sumar. Puedo usar el signo más para sumar. Y puedo mostrar mi trabajo con un dibujo. ¿Listos? Ok, chicos, voy a poner la ecuación aquí, 2 más 6 más 4. Y van a hacerlo en tu papel con un lápiz o un marcador y van a mostrar, van a mostrar a tus padres o a una hermana o un hermano su trabajo. ¿Listos? Tienen 2 minutos para hacerlo. 2 más 6 más 4. Ok, chicos. Yo hice 6 más 2 primero. Puse 6 fichas en mi enlace, en mi cuadrado, y 2 más 6 más 2 está aquí, es igual a 8. Y puse 4 más porque faltan 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Entonces, ahora yo sé que 6 más 2 más 4 es igual a 12. Muy bien, gracias, Oso. Con mucho gusto. ¿Y qué hiciste, Rosa? ¿Cómo encontraste su número? Yo hice 6 más 4 primero para hacer un grupo de 10 primero. 6 fichas amarillos y 4 rojos. Y luego puse 2 más para hacer 12. En total tengo 12. Excelente. Gracias, Rosa. Entonces, miren, chicos, los dos Oso hice la ecuación en una manera y Rosa hizo la ecuación en otra manera, pero los dos son iguales. Porque no importa el orden que ponemos los números, 6 más 2 está aquí, más 4. Más 4 es igual a 12. Y si está al revés, con 6 más 4 es igual a 10, más 2 es igual a 12 todavía. No importa el orden de que suman, solo necesitan poner todos los números juntos. Aquí, chicos, tengo una cosa para hacer en casa. Ahora vamos a terminar la lección de hoy. pero en tu casa, por favor, hagan 3 más 7 más 5 en 2 maneras. Tratan de hacerlo en 2 maneras. Y nos vemos pronto.